Because we are located at such an excellent spot, I would expect nothing less. I formally do welcome you here to the property 145 George Street in Scoresby. By way of introduction, my name is Michael Kelly. I'll be the auctioneer in charge of proceedings here today. Now, One Agency Zoo property, we are so proud to represent our vendors here. Myself, Jerry, I'm sure you would have met all the other agents as well, James, just to mention a few. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the opportunity that has been bestowed upon us by our vendors here today, we are so appreciative. I'd like to give thanks to them now. Let's hope we're able to achieve a marvellous result. Just want to start by saying, everyone, just be careful of the road. If you're wanting to participate, please come a little bit closer. I promise we won't bite. Now, as every agent and auctioneer, we are governed by the Real Estate Institute of Victoria. It states this is a Schedule 1 auction. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of an auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers after the property has been knocked down to a successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides quite stern fines for this type of conduct. I've looked around. I think we're all happy. The sun is shining, and there'll be nothing like that here at this auction. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this auction does permit vendor bids. The words that I'll use to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of my vendor, well, they simply are vendor bid. By way of the law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Now, going through the contract of sale, as I'm sure you have perused through already, we are here to sell the land, more particularly described in the certificate of title as that being volume 08508 and folio 440, or more commonly referred to as you and I as that being number 145 George Street in Scoresby. Going with the property, including the price, are all fixed floor coverings, window furnishings and electric light fittings as inspectors. Buyers, please let me be clear from the get-go, a very important part of the auction. We are looking for, at the fall of the hammer, a 10% deposit and also a flexible 60, 90 or 120 day, that is for your settlement period. Attached to the contract is the vendor statement, which is pursuant to the Section 32 Sale of Land Act. From our friends at Knox City Council, they are asking for a contribution of $413.11 per quarter. That covers your cancel rate. So $413.11 for your cancel rates. We are located in a fantastic GRZ2, General Residential Zone Schedule 2. I can tell you from this document I've perused through, there's no interest from the Ministry of Housing, nor any interest from Vic Roads. Before I continue, I will ask, are there any questions so far? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to move straight into it and just reiterate straight away, 60, 90, 120 days is your settlement and a 10% deposit. Anything else that has been entered into as an agreement between myself, Jerry, James or anyone else at One Agency will be honoured. Why wouldn't there be a healthy crowd here today? Because not only do you have an excellent area, but you've got an even better home. A massive garage space that would accommodate a couple of cars. I love how they've separated the driveway so you can park in front or directly at the step of the door. Totally up to yourself. In its entirety, you'd be able to easily squeeze 4 cars, I can assure you of that. Let's go through the house. Very different, this footprint, to what we've seen before. Make sure the whiteboard doesn't take us out. The front bedroom, I really like how they've positioned it. So they've well in advance of their thoughts. I can tell you this, they've positioned that so well in line with the sun. In the afternoon, it is sun-drenched. That front bedroom with your walk-in robe, your full ensuite. Not only mentioning that, on the other side as well, you've got your excellent sitting area, lounge room. Take a further walk down, you've got your kitchen area, and continue. An optional second, third, fourth bedrooms, 4 bedrooms in total, and then adding to that a study area as well. But the winning part, of course, is it's 730 metres squared of land, and it keeps on surprising us. A tiled area out the back, al fresco, covered. Not to mention that it's got a ceiling fan and also that lovely fireplace. On a cold day, could you imagine a better place to relax with family and friends, serve a lovely meal, and wine and dine out in that al fresco area? Well, no, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's a better option. And let's go furthermore to the bungalow area. Huge space, could be a potential cinema, study space, run your business. Up to yourself, who knows what it could be. What I believe of it being and what you foresee happening, 2 worlds apart. And that's what's so exciting about this property. You could do so much with this property. Rental-wise, if you're going down the rental path, I've spoken to Jerry, $480 to $500 per week. an excellent investment option. But as a family home, first home, downgrading, upsizing, up to you, it will always return dividends. And this area, driving around this area, we are lucky enough to sell quite a bit of real estate around here. The Knox Sport and Recreation Centre, just down on George Street. St Jude's School. You've got the Knox School, Caulfield Grammar, and it just goes on and on and on with education. You've got so many facilities. Westfield Knox Shopping Centre, Scoresby Village Shops, Eastlink Connection, the Glen Waverley Centre and train station. I'm sure for the neighbours here, you will attest to how good this location is. I've been speaking to a few of the neighbours that have lived here for 30, 40 years and they love it. So I say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. In this climate, what is the property worth? I wish you, on behalf of myself and one agency, Zoo Property, we wish you the very best of luck. Where do I see a fair and reasonable start to commence? Ladies and gentlemen, it is an auction and we do want a showstopper start, but I want to say this to you, someone will start, I understand that. Whether it's me on behalf of my vendors, but I'd love to see you come in and say, Michael, James, Jerry, we love this property, we are going to buy it, and we are going to be residents of Scoresby. Think about the size of the land, guys. Think about the location itself and what is around us, the cafes, the freeway accesses, the restaurants, the family-oriented neighbourhood that you're in as well. Say this to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got a general interest here, put it forward now. I most certainly can start off on a vendor bid. I'll even direct you in the right way. How about, ladies and gentlemen, we start off at $800,000. 4-bedroom study on 730 metres squared. That is a fair deal at that, considering what's been selling around the area. $800,000 is where I wish to start. If you will not start, I most certainly can. Who's going to come with me on this quest at $800,000? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you will not start, I most certainly will, and here it is, on behalf of our vendor. Vendor bid declared.
810.
Come with me for 820. 820 now. Welcome to the bidding. Sir, madam, good luck. $820,000. They've already come in. They just beat me now. At $820,000, that's the bid, ladies and gentlemen, and we're rolling now. Take me up to $840. $20,000 increase once at $820,000. For the second time at 820. That's your competition, ladies and gentlemen. For the third and final call, well done, 40 now. $840,000 on the left-hand side, let's make it 60 now. At 840, left-hand side, that's the bid. You see it right behind me, 60 to come back in. 840 is the bid, 60 to come back in. Sir, feast your eyes, there it is, right. Thank you, madam, now. $860,000 back on top for 80, if you will, now. At $860,000, you see it in black and white now. 860 is the bid. Let's do it now. Once at $860,000. For the second time at 860. For the third and final call, well done and finished at $860,000. Certainly not. The fun has just begun. Let's get it started. Let's keep this momentum going, ladies and gentlemen. $860,000, campaigning for 880, if you will. It's right there in black and white. Once at 860. For the second time at $860,000. For the third and final call, you're well done and finished at $860,000. Madam, directly back at you, if you will, at 880 to come back in. That's what we're campaigning for. If you just arrived, ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 people in it. The bid is at $860,000. We've gone through everything. Here it is. It's a brilliant contract and an even better property. And of course, an exceptional location. So think about all these aspects at play today. 860. Madam, come back into 880 to make it now 3 times. Once at $860,000. For the second time at 860. For the third and final call, you're well done and finished at $860,000. I get the feeling there are a few people that are just waiting to come in. And I understand that. Because I would never tell you where to bid, how to bid, why to bid, because that is yours and yours to keep close to your heart. But you can already see that it's taken off. And you can already see there is confidence straight away. If you're wanting to get into the market, if you're wanting to get into this Scoresby market now, well, ladies and gentlemen, there's no point in waiting because it is soaring. We all know that it's going up and up and up. Even though what our friends in the media tell us, it is still doing exceptionally well. So I say this to you, $860,000. That's the live bid to the right-hand side. Welcome you back in now, madam, for $880 if you will. Once at $860,000.
Can I go up by 10,000?
Come with me for 20, sir. That's what I'm asking for now. $880. 860 bid. Come with me. $880.
870.
At 860,000. Come with me for 20, sir. Once at $860,000. For the second time at 860. For the third and final call, well done and finished at $860,000. Well worth it, sir, and you absolutely know it. The turnout here today just encourages how good this area of property really is. Come with me for 80 and let's see what happens from there onwards. At $860,000, I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, open it up to everyone and welcome you all into the fray. At 860, two people at it, that 3 times before I take a brief break. Once at $860,000. For the second time at 860. For the third and final call, well done and finished at $860,000. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me for 1 second. I will pause at $860,000. I'll consult with my vendor, have a quick chat and be back. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for your patience and for allowing me to take a break. The couple here, can I confirm you bid at 860? Thank you very much. Just need the nod of the head. Well, I've been instructed by our amazing vendors to come out and to offer it to you straight away, and just to also reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, for you to not miss this opportunity, because I'd love to tell you that there's so many more properties on this size land with this mission coming up. The reason you're here and now, the reason why you're here today is because you saw something amazing in this property. You saw something for an investment, or you saw something potentially that you can see you and your family residing in for years to come. So I need you now. The break is done, gone and over. I need you now to make that commitment. Very much and welcome now. $880,000, even $900 if you will, madam and sir. $880,000, $900 to come back in once at $880,000. Come with me for $900, the $20,000 rise, madam. That's what I'm asking for now. $880,000, $20,000 in the making, once at $880. For the second time at $880,000. For the third and final call, well done, and finished at $880,000. Come with us for $900, madam. Or sir, if you want to jump into the fray, who knows where I could go to from here. The bid is over there to the right-hand side of $880,000. That's where it is now. Looking for $900 once at $880. Second time at $880,000. For the third and final call, well done, and finished at $880,000. Madam, you with us?
900.
900 now. 900, make it 20, James, if you will. At $900,000. Moving away now, ladies and gentlemen. 900 is the bid. 920 to come back in 3 times. Once, twice, third, and final call. Well done, and finished at $900,000. 20 to come back in, James, are with us? Or I'll welcome it. Anyone in, ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side at $900,000. You've seen it escalate quite quickly. considering we did open up at 800 and then 820 quickly on top of that. So that's where the bid is at $900,000 here now, once at 900. James, are they with us? For the second time at $900,000. For the third and final call, well done, and finished at $900,000.
On 10?
At this juncture, I'll take the 10s now, and of course you're going to ask me the same thing, so I'll offer it as well. 910 is the bid and 20 to come back in. At 910,000, I'll welcome you as well, sir. At 910,000, 20 just a nod of the head. That's what we're asking for. I've already cut it in half. At 910,000, once, twice, third and final call, ladies and gentlemen. You're well done and finished at $910,000. You with us, sir? Madam, you come back in. You with us? No? At $910,000, sir, that's where the bid is on the right-hand side, right there. 20 to come back in, madam. 910, ladies and gentlemen, that's where the bid is. I assure you of this. Was that 20? Oh, no, come with your 10. I've already knocked 50% off it straight away. I've cut it directly in half. At $910,000, that's already generous enough, ladies and gentlemen. Once at $910,000. For the second time at 910. For the third and final call, well done and finished at $910,000. Even at that price, ladies and gentlemen, on this parcel of land, $910,000 is excellent. Excellent buying around this area. We've seen properties so close to this, and I'm sure you know where they are, go beyond $1 million. So when you're looking at it now, you're looking at the accommodation, you're looking at the parcel of land, $910,000, that's the bid to the right-hand side. I welcome you back in now for 20, once at $910,000. For the second time at 910. For the third and final call, are you well done and finished at $910,000. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one aspect that I need to make crystal clear, and please be aware of the road. Crystal clear, if I pass the property in at $910,000, the only person I can legally deal with is the person that holds the last bid. The family over here have that opportunity. I cannot and will not deal with anyone else until I exhausted all the options and avenues with them. So if you want to stay on top, if you want to purchase this property or you want to be able to negotiate at the vendor's reserve price, I need you to bid. Once I pass the property in, I cannot help anyone. If we keep going and it's sold, well, it's sold and it's fantastic. But you need to hold that last bid, so I really implore you, if you have genuine interest, I don't want anyone to be upset after the auction. So I say this to you, think about it, ladies and gentlemen, $910,000, that's the bid right over there, once at $910,000. For the second time at 910. For the third and final call, you're well done and finished at $910,000. Guys, you with us?
Yeah.
920?
Another 5,000.
We've been going so well together. At $915,000 now, James, take me to 25 to remain on top, if you will. $920,000, that's the bid. Of 915, should I say, is the bid. That's where it is, 915, once at $915,000. To the left-hand side. For the second time at 915. Looking for 920, James. We've already knocked it down again. For the third and final call, you're well done and finished at $915,000. That's where it is, ladies and gentlemen. He started off at 20, then 10, now 5. I've been extremely generous, a lot more generous than I normally would be. At $915,000, please be aware, if the property passes in, I can only deal with the last bidder. I need to make that clear as possible. I know I sound like a broken record, but it is so important. I don't want anyone to be upset. 915 is the bid, James, to come back in at 20, if you will. 5,000 increments, once at $915,000. For the second time at 915. For the third and final call, are you well done and finished at $915,000. James, are they with us? For 920. To come straight back in.
5's not more.
20 now. At 20 at 25?
Another 5,000.
25 now. At 25 and 30? 925 is the bid. Thank you. At $925,000 to the left, James, to remain on top for another 5,000 to make it to 30, if you will. Once at 925. For the second time at $925,000. For the third and final call. You're well done and finished at $925,000.
6个月可以吗？
30. 30 and 35? 35 over here, welcome now. 35 bid. 40? Patience of a saint. $935,000, James. I've just got the bid over here and here, guys, to make it 40 if you will. 935, that's the bid. The left-hand side, 4 people in it. 40 to come back in, guys. That's where it is. I'll move out of everyone's way so you most certainly can see it at $935,000 to the left-hand side. I welcome you back in, or here to 40 now, once at 935. For the second time at $935,000. Sorry? Come with me for 40, sir. I've been kind enough as it is. Jerry, 38,000 now. 38,000 to make it 45. 38 now at 938, $938,000. 45, will you come with me? You see it now, $938,000 in the middle. Come back in if you want, James, now to 45. Once at $938,000. Been very fair, ladies and gentlemen. For the second time at 938. For the third and final call, well done and finished at $938,000. It's in the middle. Jerry, they with us? Do need to know, guys, as I said, no further bidding. I'll pass the property in at $938,000. I welcome you back as well, James. Are they with us? Maybe the knockout blow of 45. That could help. $938,000. That's where the bid is, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. 4 people in it. I assure you of that. Once at 938. For the second time at $938,000. For the third and final call, well done. And finished at $938,000.
940.
940, thank you. Come back in at $940,000. Take me to 43 if you will. At $940,000, that's where the bid is. 42. We're down to $2,000 increments at $942,000. Very fair at that. At $942,000, that's where the bid is now, ladies and gentlemen. James, welcome back for 44. The bid is here in the middle, $942,000. You see it, ladies and gentlemen. 44 to come back in, once at 942. For the second time, at $942,000. For the third and final call, well done, and finished at $942,000. James, are with us? You with us, guys? The bid is in the middle. You're even talking. I love it. It's very, very good. At $942,000, I welcome you back for 44 to come back in and remain on top. I assure you of that. All the gentlemen here as well. 942 in the middle is the live bid, ladies and gentlemen. James, are with us? Are you sure, guys? You've come with me this whole way. At $942,000 in the middle, that's where the bid is. Gentlemen, are you with us? Madam, you with us? I'll let you discuss it a little bit further, but at $942,000, family, you sure? I just need to make sure. If I pass the property in, I can only help one person. James, are you with us? Thank you very much, madam. Well, at $942,000 in the middle, I thank you so much for your spirited bidding. To the left-hand side, the gentleman here, but I must make it aware, one last time, if I pass the property in, I can, will, and only will deal with the people that hold the last bid. So that's where it is. At $942,000 more. Come with me for 2 at least. 44. 44 now. 44 and 46. 46 and 48. 46 bid. 946 and 48 to come back in. At $946,000. They want it, ladies and gentlemen. At 946, come back into 948 if you will. Once, twice, third, and final call. Well done. And finished at $946,000. Right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, I assure you that's where the bid is at $946,000. That's where it is. 48 to come back in, $2,000 increment. We started at $20,000. So we've been very, very fair, I assure you of that. That's where it is. 946, come back in for 2,000 more now. Once at $946,000. For the second time at 946. Or maybe 50 a knockout. For the third and final call, well done, and finished at $946,000. You with us? You with us, sir? The sun shines and it is absolutely glorious at $946,000. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, when one agency sell your property, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to stretch it out as far as we can to make sure that we have executed every last and got every last bid. There'll be no stones unturned. At $946,000, that's where it is. I do need to know, sir, once at 946.
1,000 more.
47, make it 50 even. 947, 50 even. 48. 48 now, 48, make it 50 even, sir. 948. At $948,000, that's where it is. So take me to 50 even now, once at $948,000. For the second time, at 948. For the third and final call, you're all done and finished at $948,000. Jerry, they with us? They with us? You with us, sir? 948, right-hand side. You're going to love this area. You will all love this area. That's why you're here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's such a brilliant spot to live in Scoresby, I assure you of that. At $948,000, that's where it is. To the right-hand side, I must keep moving. Once at 948. For the second time, at $948,000. For the third and final call, you're well done and finished at $948,000. Jerry, they with us? Sir, you with us? No, they're not with us. I do need to know. Either way. No? Okay. Jerry, no? No, Jerry?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll call it 3 times, and 3 times only before. Just to be fair, I passed the property in. If you're thinking about coming in, I can't stretch it any further than I have. It's been a long, wonderful auction, but at $948,000, that's where it will lie. Once at 948. For the second time, at $948,000. For the third and final call, well done and finished at $948,000. I will formally pass the property in here today, ladies and gentlemen. I would like a round of applause for the highest bidder here today. I thank you so much for your attendance. Have a wonderful weekend and an excellent week ahead. I will see you soon. Thank you.